Hello friends, my name is Koolio and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're taking a first look impressions video for Raid Shadow Legends. Now this is a early access hero collector game that I just came across a couple of days ago, and to be honest, I'm actually really enjoying it. But before we get into the video, I want to let you guys know that yes, this game is actually pretty generic. It's your basic generic hero collector. You go through stages, you can autoplay through a lot of stuff, you power up your characters, getting new equipment items, summoning new characters, and everything like that. But there are a few key differences that this game has compared to other hero collectors that I actually personally really like. And the first main thing that has kind of drawn my attention, has kind of kept me playing the game, is the actual heroes. Now I'm not saying that they're memorable, but I do love the overall designs of the characters in this game because it looks amazing. So let me go ahead and just show you real quick. Just an example, let's go to the orc. Now I've got one orc character. They do give you a selector at the beginning where you can pick between 4 different heroes, and those heroes are actually pretty good. Take a look at the graphics for this game. This is insane. And it works so good. Usually when I play these high graphic fidelity type mobile games, that I suddenly find myself after like maybe 20 minutes that my FPS drops from 60 frames per second down to like 30 frames. I have not lost a single frame in this game. And it looks amazing. I just absolutely love the look of these different characters. Let me show you a couple more of them. There's just a whole bunch of them. I think they all look so freaking cool. It runs amazingly on my phone. I've been having an absolute blast. And there are a ton, like an absolute beast amount of heroes in this game. Like just for example, the orc tribe itself has a total of 24 heroes. You can look at all the other different factions. They've got the Gallon Pact with Skinwalkers, Lizardmen, the Orgrin tribe, the Talarians, which are Bandalords, High Elves, the Sacred Order, blah blah, all that stuff. There are a lot of heroes in this game, with more coming on the way. I cannot even tell you how like addicted I am to trying to go through and collect heroes of a specific faction. Like specifically right now, I want undead heroes because I want to make a freaking undead faction. Look at this guy right here. This guy is freaking baller, Bod El Khazar. Now, I think their overall designs look amazing. The whole textures, the 3D models, everything looks really fantastic. And compared to a lot of the games I've been playing lately, a lot of these 2D anime style type games, it's kind of nice to have like a really high graphic fidelity 3D mobile game with more of a dark fantasy twist behind it. This game actually kind of reminds me more of like the Warhammer franchise. Like if Warhammer made a hero collector game like this, I would be freaking all over that. Like, I love the hero designs in this game. And also with games like this, with hero collectors, a lot of it is about waifus. Are there good waifus in this game? Take a look at the freaking sorcerer. She is a babe. But let me show you the ultimate waifu in this game. I'm gonna tell you right now, this waifu is just, oh, she's gorgeous. The War Mother. Oh man, like that is, okay, sorry. Okay, she's definitely not like the best waifu, but take a look at her, okay? But I'm telling you guys, like there are just freaking cool looking characters in this game. Some of them are kind of slightly reskinned designs of other ones, like you can see right here with the Orgrin tribe. But like even in like the tribes for like the Sacred Order with the humans, where they're not like, you know, humans aren't really known to be like the coolest looking. Take a look at this freaking dude, Rorschkard the Tower. Like I freaking want this guy on my team because he looks freaking amazing. And you can get Santa Claus. Yes, this is, in fact, this is legitimately Santa Claus right here, Sir Nicholas. So let me just show you a couple of more heroes. There's a whole lot that you can get in this game that you can collect and stuff like that. And one thing too that I found when it comes to the different heroes that you can collect in this game is you can actually find a good amount of them simply just by playing through a lot of the different stages and being lucky enough for one of them to drop while you're playing. I've actually gotten a couple of pretty cool looking characters on my team simply because I was playing a stage and they dropped for free. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna actually jump in and play a couple of different stages, show you kind of what the actual gameplay looks like. I'm gonna go to the undead stages because like I said, I'm trying to go through and collect a lot of heroes from the undead stages, specifically the sorceress, this waifu right here, and then you got a couple of other undead characters that you can get. I think I got an undead character, this one right here, the Skull Squire, simply by playing through this game, so it's been pretty cool. So let's go ahead, we're just gonna jump into a boss stage. Now, one of the weird things, and this game, like I said, is in early access. One of the weird things that this game does is there are a lot of different functions and stuff that aren't necessarily put into the game just yet or seem kind of backwards. If you look at the top, you can see the elemental system. You can see that the green is strong against red, red is strong against blue, and blue is strong against green. that's like completely backwards on every other hero collector game that any of us have ever played. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they decided to do that, but just to let you know, the elemental system in this game is a little backwards. On top of that, getting 3 stars on a stage, I have no idea how to do that. The game does not tell you how to do 3 stars when you're playing through a certain level. So let's go ahead and just jump into this so I can show you what the actual animations and combat look like, because it is pretty good. There is auto combat. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off, just so you guys can see how like the gameplay kind of works. You tap simply, your character rush forward. Actually, I'm gonna turn auto on, but I'm not gonna turn ×2 speed, so you can see kind of what the animations look like and some of the special abilities that the characters can activate. There isn't like mana or any kind of resource when it comes to using certain abilities. Your characters will just automatically use them if they have them available. I'll go ahead and turn ×2 speed on right now. But you can see like the interface itself is really minimal. There's not a whole lot of information going on. You can click on the info tab and get an idea of the overall, like what are some buffs and debuffs that your characters have. But they do keep a lot of things minimal, and I do like that. The interface itself is pretty intuitive and well designed. They're just missing some key information when it comes to gameplay, such as 3-starring a level. So you'll see right here, up at the top, I got 2 stars. But it doesn't tell me how to get 3 stars. I literally have no idea how to get 3 stars in this game. So that's the one thing that kind of bugs me, on top of the fact that the elemental system is kind of backwards. But you can see right there, I actually got some mystery shards that I can do for summons. They do have, I'll go back and head back to the main page now. That's kind of the basis of the gameplay. They do have a variety of different stuff you can do. Clan bosses, arena, dungeons. Specifically, dungeons are just places you can go to get items to upgrade your character. So you can see all the different things you can go through. One thing that is really interesting, another mechanic that this game has that is different from other games that I've seen, is the mastery system. So essentially, as you're playing through, you get these scrolls that you can go through and implement into any of these specific slots to give you passive bonuses, and then you can equip those onto the character to make them stronger. So for example, for this guy, I might want to go down an offensive line rather than a defensive line. So it kind of gives you a talent system on the side to enhance and upgrade your characters. On top of that, they have what's known as artifacts, which is the equipment system, but they also have what's known as accessories. Now, when it comes to the accessories in the game, there are special ones for specific tribes. So you see right here, I've got one for the Orgrin tribe that I can equip only to an Orgrin character, but I don't have one just yet. And these special accessories are specifically used to enhance the overall playstyle of that specific faction. And another thing too that I like about the interface, I wish I could hide things so I could show you my character more, is up at the top they do give you just a basic, you can tap and it shows you the overall buffs that you get from your specific equipment items, things like that. Overall, it's pretty clean. You gotta go to the tavern section if you want to upgrade your characters. Upgrading a character requires either sacrificing other characters or you get these drinks that you can use to upgrade their level. You can also upgrade their rank, but it has to get to the maximum level in order for them to do that. I have to get to level 30, I believe. And then they have the ascending skill in this game, which is actually pretty interesting because you don't have to get to the next level you don't have to get to the max level in order to upgrade your character. You just have the exact items that you need. So I can actually go ahead and ascend her real quick, giving her 1 purple star, increasing some of her stats. Now this is a character that I've been testing a little bit on. She's my redeemer, a dark elf. I put her into the Sparring Pits. The Sparring Pits is basically a passive leveling up system, but to be honest, it's not very useful for lower level characters. It's probably more useful for higher levels because, for example, it's going to take an hour for her to get from level 6 to 7 when I can simply just add her to my team and then go through a couple of stages and get her to level 7 way faster than this. But this is more of like if you got higher level characters and you don't want to spend the time leveling them up or playing them, or like you're going to bed for the night, pop them into the Sparring Pit and they'll be able to upgrade passively that way. On top of that though, this is a little bit of a pay to win element where you can actually unlock a whole bunch of these using gems, and you don't get a whole lot of gems in this game, but you can use the gems to basically unlock this Sparring Pit so you can upgrade your characters. They've also got the market system. The market system is interesting because you can come in here every day and buy these randomized items with silver, and silver is really important. In fact, if you decide to swap out an equipment item, it's going to cost you silver to do that. Silver is a really important commodity in this game, but you can go through. This refreshes every day. You can unlock new unlock new slots to buy more items if you want to by spending equipment, but I'm not going to do that. They do have this mine that you can unlock for 500 gems, which basically gives you gems over time but not a whole lot. But that's basically it for this game. I've actually been really enjoying it, despite the fact it is a pretty generic style of game. Basically, you're going to be playing this game for the character designs, which I think are absolutely fantastic. So let's go ahead and jump into the portal and just do a couple of different summons for you guys, just so you can see kind of what it looks like. Here we go. What do we got? We actually got an orc. That's pretty cool. The War Boy. Let's go ahead and summon again. If you do a multi-summon, it doesn't show animations unless you get a rare character. But at least this way, if I'm doing it one at a time, you can see what the animation looks like. We got one for the Dark Elves. I'm crossing my fingers for a 2-star or 3-star Orgrin character. We got a Human Archer, Bandit. We got 2 more of these summons to do before we don't have any more. We got a Knight. Look at him. Necht is his name, and one more. We haven't even gotten a 2-star yet, but basically whenever I've done a 10 summon, I've usually gotten 2 stars. I think I've gotten 1 3-star once, but I don't know what the exact rates are. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. Alright friends, I'll see you next time.